Hi guys, welcome back. It's Chrissy the Crystal Indigo. I am here with a collective reading for the light workers, starseeds, indigos, mystics, earth angels, however you resonate under the spiritual umbrella, shamans. This is your collective new moon and Virgo reading. Make sure you watch to the very end. It's important information for you guys, as well as give me feedback if you are going through any of the ascension symptoms, feeling nausea, feeling crown chakra action going on, like you know, around your third eye, just piercing energy, light headed, and what else have I been feeling? Heart palpitations, like the energy is gaining momentum, and that's why I communicate to you guys a lot. As spiritual beings, you have to take your time off. I know this week I'm taking 2 days off extra of work because I am just really just overworked, really needing time to rest up. And so for you guys, if you have to, if you need to, don't push yourself to the limit. Take time, especially with this Mars in retrograde energy. You need to be still. You need to be able to get the communication that spirit wants to send down, and you cannot get that if you are burned out, if you are tired. You have to be open. Your crown chakra is a vessel. It has to be open. Your heart chakra is a vessel. It has to be open. So with that being said, I want to give a shout out to all of my new subscribers, all of you guys who follow me on my journey thus far, and all of you guys who are now my clients, who've booked readings, sessions, bought herbs, crystal packs. Please check out the website, whether Etsy or my website, www.chrissythecrystalindigo.com. I will be posting more testimonials on the community tab post, as well as my IG story. Make sure you follow me on Chrissy the Crystal Indigo. Now, I have an important announcement. Do not fast forward. So you guys know that I have been really working hard, and that goal is to get an office space so I can be able to take clients in person. Now I do. I am open to coming to you where you are located, but I also want to have my office space so where you guys can come to me, right? You feel more in the zone, more at ease, more comfortable. I get it for you guys. So what I'm doing now is I do have my Cash App information below. I also have my PayPal information below if you guys would love to donate. The time is getting really close in order for me to get this space. And you know, if you're open and willing to donate to the channel for that office space, again, it's going to be your sanctuary, healing sanctuary. And I have ideas of how I want to set the office up, but it's going to be really beautiful. It's not going to look too much as like an office, but an actual like a spiritual spa per se, without the water, for you guys to come and get your healings, to get your sessions, to get your readings, to consult, for us to have meetups, like things like that. So I'm putting that out there for you guys. If you guys would love to donate to that or for that, that would be really awesome, and I really, really, really would appreciate it, because I know after I do get the office space, I still have to set it up. I still have to get equipment. I still have to do this, and I really didn't think of all the extra stuff. And so that's what I'm you know, putting this out there for. And if any of you guys like know how to build, know how to do anything like that when it comes to craft handy work, that will be amazing too, if you put your information in the email that I provide at the in the description box. All right, guys. So if you would like to donate to the channel, you can. If not, no biggie. Subscribing to the channel is the same form as an energy exchange donation, or follow me on Instagram at Chrissy the Crystal Indigo. All right, guys. So I asked for messages for the collective, like what's happening with us now, like what are we looking forward to? We know we have Mars in retrograde. We know we just had Jupiter go direct. So there's a lot of things happening. You know, galactically wise, right? So the first card out, we have the Page of Swords. And so you see this card, and I really love the Light Seers deck because it gives you the light version, and it gives you, you know, the shadow side of what we need to work on. And that's why I picked this, because that way we can work on the things that we need to work on that maybe we're not quite seeing, right? And so with the Page of Swords, it says the light seer side is restless energy, curiosity, a thirst for information, learning new things, and an apprentice or student, intellectual pursuits. It says ideas and reasoning, a messenger. All right. And so that's the light seer side of this. And the shadow side is arrogance, gossip, nervous energy, being all talk and no action, dishonesty. And so we want to have ourselves more into that light seer's energy if we feel we resonate more with the shadow side. This is the time where our manifestations are manifesting rapidly. So you want to keep your energy light. You want to make sure you put love into the universe, and you want to make sure when you say what you want, it's from the heart. All right. And so that's the energy that we're getting coming out. And then we have the Five of Swords. All right. Fives talks about changes, right? And so we see this gentleman here, and it's like the crow is like caulking in his ear, and he's just trying to quiet the noise. He just wants to be free, right? And so with the Five of Swords, the light seer side of this is conflict, unfair advantage. It says experiencing loss, the need to build your skill and your confidence, hollow victories, right? And then it says the shadow seer, deceitful strategies and feeling guilty about your win, resentment, a desire of peace, the realization that there are no winners. And so what you want to do is really get yourself out of this energy, really transmute it, focus on love and light, and allow yourself to shine through no matter what. Ignore the noise. When I see this bird caulking in his ear, I'm thinking about the triggers that come up that we want to really acknowledge and then release. That's how you get rid of the triggers. You acknowledge them. Where is this coming from? What do I need to work on? And then release. All right. And so this is really amazing. And I feel like for the divine feminine and divine masculine, depending on what wave you are in your twin flame collective, that's happening to a lot, where your divine masculine is really in their head about a lot of things. And then we have the Six of Cups, right? And so with the Six of Cups, we know in the Rider-Waite deck that talks about past life, right? And so like past life connections returning, things like that. And so we've all had a past life with our, our divine counterpart, right? So, that's what's happening, like the reconnection, the reconciliation, coming back together, understanding what our journey is about, right? So you see, from a little boy, he grows up into be a man, and he still has his pup by his side, loyalty. And so a lot of you may have been dreaming about or having visions about dogs lately, seeing them bark. And so I had two visions, and I was like, okay, loyalty, someone's going to betray me, or loyalty, something I need to focus on, like who's for me and who's not against, and who's against me, right? And so with the Six of Cups, it talks about light seer. Let's talk about the light seer. Nostalgia, reconnecting with people from the past, harmony, themes of your life, inner child, and future self. And so bring love into the situation. That's what you need to focus on. The shadow side is being stuck in the past. It says limiting decisions and actions, and then a need to forgive others, a reminder to forgive yourself, letting people in, a need to deal with regret. And so with these past life energies coming up, or past people coming back in your life, or you and your divine counterpart reconnecting, you have to, be honest with yourself and forgive for once and for all. Don't say like, yeah, everything's okay, everything is fine, and in your heart it's not. Have that conversation. That way that topic does not have to come up anymore. And when both of you forgiven each other, both of you have accepted, and righted your wrongs, you will see your connection bloom a lot brighter, right? So the overall energy is the King of Swords, all right? And so a lot of you divine masculines are developing into your King of Swords, energy, all right? And so with the King of Swords, I'm going to dive into that message for you. For the light seer, it's intelligence, logic, rules, and law, clear thinking, a strong communicator and leader, truth and proof. It says blending mental and spiritual pursuits, bravery, and courage. The shadow side, manipulation and manipulation and conceit, Showing off your intelligence can indicate originateness in thinking, tendencies to over-control, irrationality, being cold and calculating. And so if you are in that shadow energy, you want to transmute your energy to the light seer side, because at the end of the day, with the King of Swords, this is Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy. You're very logical, you're very smart, you're very practical. You really know how to make business moves and business decisions. And again, for a lot of you in the collective, you and your divine counterpart are meant to do life path, purpose, mission work together. So both of you guys are better together than apart. Right? That is what Spirit is saying. So you have to find that common ground to where you can connect, where you can be open with each other, where you can put your gifts together and change the world, as well as your inner world as well. Because what your life path and purpose is, it leads to your abundance. If you notice, when you focus on your spiritual gifts, creates more abundance, more abundance, more abundance, right? So this is beautiful, all right? And some of you are like focused on the loss when you haven't even lost anything yet. Yes, you may be in separation with your divine counterpart, but again, you know, when Spirit feels it's ready, it's time for you to connect. You guys been away from each other too long. You guys always get pushed back together. All right. So the cards that wanted to show themselves, we have death and rebirth. So this is regeneration. So again, a lot of you in the collective, your connections are regenerating. Your connections are being reevaluated. You know, everyone's thinking about how could I have done this better? How could I have done that better? Trust me, the energies are interchangeable for both. All right, the next card out is the Fool. So again, this card has been coming out a lot in personal readings as well, where you're not afraid anymore. You're going to take a leap of faith. Leap and the universe will catch you. You're not going to worry about what's happening. Here you see the flower of life. So a lot of you guys really work with the flower of life cube. I have a Metatron's cube. Work with the flower of life cube. This can help you when it comes to manifesting or bringing your affirmations or intentions to your reality. I'm telling you, it's very good for you. Some of you guys have the gift to work with sacred geometry. So the next card out is the Hangman. This also has been coming out a lot in personal readings as well as collective. You guys are on a spiritual journey. You are always awakening, divine feminine. You don't just get one awakening. When you think you've mastered one, here comes another one in a whole different type of way. And with your divine counterpart, once they click, once they awaken, then you guys can support and help each other. All right. The next card out is the Page of Wands. So this is someone embarking on like new adventures. They're very ambitious. They're very excited. They're very optimistic about what's to come. I mean, she threw that wand up in the air and she's getting down. And this is the happy energy that you're in. Come to the new moon in Virgo. You're not focused on the BS anymore. Like, you know what your connections are to each other. And for those of you who are new on the journey, you're getting the realization a little bit quicker than those who, you know, went through the journey before you, and you know, you're learning faster from the mistakes that we're making when it comes to our twin flames, our divine counterparts. Okay, so that's really good energy, beautiful energy. In the divine masculine spread, the first card out is Muse. So your divine masculine sees you as their muse. They see you as someone that's abundant, that's blessed, that's really a work of art. All right. The next energy for the divine masculine is fresh start. All they want with you is a fresh start. They want to forget about everything that you guys went through together that was of low vibration. They know you are their person, that you really are very magical, that they watch you manifest everything that you say you will. And they know it's something about you. And even though this, you know, brings fear in them, they find it so like amazing and so dope, right? The next card out is Pride and Ego. So with the divine masculines, like, they always have to have their pride and ego. Like, they need to get their pride and ego in check. We know this. Like, they're so beautiful, they're so amazing, but that ego and that attitude and that silent treatment, that has to go, and they're realizing that. But again, you have to allow them to realize things in their timing, so that way they can heal the right way and they can understand the right way, and you'll get that you know, apology the right way. Only clarifying, I am channeling the divine masculine with this spread. So this is the divine masculine's energy. If you were wondering, is this your divine masculine, and you've come to watch this video, yes, this is your divine masculine. Okay, So for divine feminine, the first card out is commitment. And so this is the energy that you're in, not just commitment with your divine counterpart, but commitment to your goals, your life purpose, your dreams, your ambition. Sorry. So this is what you're committed on. Like, look, I got things to do. I can't worry about who left, who's still here, what's happening over there. I'm committed to what I need to do in order to embark on where I'm being called to, right? The next energy is third party. So a lot of you divine feminines know that your divine masculine is being caught up into third party situations. Third party, thank God, doesn't always have to be about a female or a male or some sexual activity. Third party could be job. Third party could be, their other activities, whether they have children and they have to go to sports events and things like that. Anything that interferes with your connection, that keeps you two apart is a third party situation, okay? The next card out is solitude. So divine feminine right now has been in solitude, like you're observing your divine masculine, but you're not speaking. You're rather communicating with them in the 5D, because I had a vision of my divine masculine last night, and they're communicating with you back in the 5D. And right now, this is the safest place to do that, because in the 3D, there's so many different shifts and things happening within the universe that if they're not all the way awaken, you guys will bring conflict to your connection. So right now it's best to just be still, be silent, and just observe, right? The next card out is fear. Some of the divine feminines fear, like, if I stay silent too long, or if I stay gone too long, will I lose my divine counterpart? No, you won't lose your divine counterpart, because you guys are always with each other. You are one, right? So last night before I went to bed, I prayed and I said, just let me see my divine counterpart. Let me see his heart, right? And so the vision came just as beautiful as ever. And that energy that I felt, even waking up, I wasn't awoken with heavy energy, like stressed out and broke down. It was beautiful, uplifting energy. And I know that's what Spirit wanted me to see, that is how my divine counterpart really feels for me in the heart, right? And so you don't have to worry about, will they leave you? What's going to happen? Are they going to end up marrying somebody else after you've done all the work? Don't focus on that, because you and your divine counterpart are one. You're always going to be. All right? So the overall energy barrier. What do you feel is blocking your connection? What do you feel consistently gets in the way? And those are the things that you have to work on your end, and your divine counterpart have to work on their end, okay? The cards that wanted to show themselves. We have conclusion. So you guys are coming to the conclusion of what you are to each other. We have self-worth. Self-love is the best love, guys. Remember, focus on that. I have stumbled, almost fallen when it comes to this, but I'm always brought back to the point where loving you creates more abundance around you. All right? Shadow work. So a lot of us are going through the triggers. We're healing. We're getting rid of the things that no longer serve us or grow us. We're healing our past wounds. Surrender. A lot of you haven't completely surrendered to divine. Surrender this whole connection over to the divine and watch how everything plays out. Also, when it comes to your gifts and when it comes to what you're meant to do, your path, your purpose, surrender. Right now, like you see a lot of people walking away from their jobs, letting things go, starting out on their own journey, opening their businesses or whatever. You need to surrender. And if everything is happening right now, know that there's a divine plan behind it, okay? And we have compromise. So you guys want to come together and have a conversation, like talk about how you can compromise, how you can make this work as a team, as partnership, all right? The next card out is ascending. So the divine masculine, divine feminine, where you resonate within the divine counterpart, you are ascending. You are always ascending to a higher level. Dark night of the soul. Some of you guys are really getting through that bits of energy that's left from the dark night of the soul, where you're being ripped apart and brought back up together so you can understand what this connection is. That's more so for the divine masculine. And then we have the victim card, where with your divine counterpart, we don't always accept our accountability. We have one that accepts their accountability, the other doesn't accept their accountability. Now they're starting to see, like, I could have apologized. I could have, been there. I could have understood what my divine feminine or divine masculine needed from me in that moment, right? So once you're away from each other and the heated arguments have ceased and you've had time to really think about it, it's like, man, like, I know I could have done better. right? So let's dive into the Moonology spread, all right? So first card for Divine Masculine, look at the big picture, full moon in Sagittarius. So when this energy happens, the Divine Masculine will be forced to either look at the big picture or is ready to look at the big picture, right? The next card out is take time to breathe out, disseminating moon. So for Divine Feminine, just focus on meditation, focus on grounding your energy, focus on your breathing. And again, when you get that energy that you don't understand where it's coming from, watch the Raise Your Vibe video. I teach you how to transmute the energy, and there's a healing session towards the end. The overall energy, your dreams need a practical plan, full moon in Taurus. So this is the overall energy. Write your plan out and write out what it is that you want to do. Tomorrow's the new moon in Virgo. Put that energy out there so universe can start, conspiring on how to set it up. And you continuously every day believe that's what you want. Surrender to the divine. I keep seeing that. Surrender to the divine. For Divine Masculine, exchanging gifts, 27. 2 and 7 is 9, talks about ending. So if you were in a connection where your divine counterpart wasn't, wasn't, open to giving, equal reciprocity, always felt like you were giving to your Divine Masculine, but your Divine Masculine wasn't giving to you, that's changing. You're going to now see the roles reversed, okay? The next card out is by the book, 11. Wow. So this is how you need to work things, by the book, according to divine plan. Don't go off course. This is so amazing. And then we have the angel number 11, which breaks down to 2, talks about choices. By the book, always focus on what's of good integrity, because it's going to lead you, may take a longer route, but it's going to lead you to so much more abundance, love, and happiness in the end, right? The next question, the next card, sorry, why? 31. Break that down, that's a 4, right? So, why? And this card is like, I had it come out before, and I laughed when I kind of saw what the card represented. So, the essential meaning, motives, driving intention, the power of knowing the why. All right. So it says there's a great power in understanding your motives right now. The oracle asks you to be very clear about why you are asking this question, looking for this answer, behaving in this way, and most importantly, making this choice. Knowing your why is the key to fulfillment. When you are clear about it, your intentions will then be a magnet for miracles. Motives define the nature of your experience. When you think about something, feel it, and then act on it. This invisible why is the life force energy within the seed, which brings it to life and holds the potential for growth, right? So make sure when you ask those questions, you're ready for the answer. Because sometimes we're ready to ask Spirit, God, Source, Divine a question, but then when we get the answer that we don't want to pay attention to it. And when I said that, 22:44 was on the clock, right? The overall energy, thinker, wow, 44. So these numbers are very significant for all of you twin flames. Like, you guys are thinking, you're just like, trying to figure it out, got a lot on your mind, but Source, Divine, God, Spirit is here to support you, help you through this connection. Again, there's going to be communication for a lot of you guys. When you get that communication, please come back right on this video that you got your communication. If you guys got into union, right in this video, you guys got into union, because I want everyone else to see that there is hope, that there is a possibility that twin flames, they do get into union. They do follow on their life path and purpose mission. All right. My energy is just getting pulled by the minute. In your life purpose oracle card for Divine Masculine, study. Reading, research, and education help you gain confidence and clarity about your search or your career. So a lot of them are like looking through books, looking on the internet, trying to figure out what it is that they're going through. And we know it's an awakening. I mean, they're not going to open up and let us know that they're like seeing spirits or their gifts are starting to, act out on their own. But they will in due time. right? The next card out is healer. You have the spiritual gift of healing and a desire to share it with others. So your divine masculines have this gift. And again, look at their hands. If they have that M on their left or right or both hands, you see it? They have the magic mark. There's no need for them to be afraid. And if you put your M against their M, watch the energy between the two. It will blow your mind, okay? For divine feminine, talk to your angels. Instead of worrying, ask for divine guidance. So again, like me last night, I just was like, you know what, Spirit, show me what my divine masculine heart feels, or you know, show me they're okay. Show me how their heart feels. And I was shown that. When you ask from a unconditional loving place, not from ego, right? The overall energy is family. It says loving your friends and family is central to your life purpose. All right. So we're going to dive into the crystals. So for divine masculine, the crystal you need to carry with you is kyanite. Make time for self-care. It says taking care of yourself is essential right now. Kyanite, divine masculine, kyanite. You need this crystal, or get your divine masculine this crystal. For divine feminine, dolomite. Stay strong in your faith. A positive outcome is dependent on you keeping a positive mindset. See it? The overall crystals for you both to wear, ametrine. So it says balancing masculine and feminine energy. Allow your feminine side to creatively inspire you and your masculine side to give you confidence. So make sure you keep a piece of ametrine, okay? Now we're going to dive into, I did something special for you guys. I pulled 3 runes for the collective, and you let me know how this is resonating for you. All right, so we're going to dive into the first rune. Give me 1 second. And I felt like I needed to do this because this is 105. Okay. So I felt like I needed to do this because we needed more clarity. Okay. So this rune talks about constraint, necessity, pain. It's Nuthis. All right. So it says, the necessity of learning to deal with severe constraint is the lesson of Nothis. This rune represents the obstacle we create for ourselves as well as those we encounter in the world around us. Both can be equally difficult to handle. The role of Nothis is to identify our shadow, our dark or repressed side, places where growth has been stunted, resulting in weaknesses that are often projected onto others. Don't take this world personally. This rune is saying, work with the shadow, examine what is in your nature that attracts hardship or misfortune to your life. When at last you can look upon the rune of constraint with a smile, you will recognize the troubles, denials, and setbacks of life as your teachers, guides, and allies. The need for restraint is unquestionable here. Drawing this rune indicates that there may well be holdups and reasons to reconsider your plans carefully. Clearly, there is work to be done on yourself, okay? So take it on with good humor and show perseverance. This is a time to pay off old debts to restore, if not harmony, at least balance, so men restore redress. When fishermen can't go to the sea, they repair nets. Let the constraints of time serve you in righting your relationship to yourself. Be mindful that rectification must come before progress, and as always, consider the use of adversity. All right, so let me know how that resonates with you guys. The next rune is stand still. Wow, be still. We've been getting that message a lot. That's number 137. Okay. So it says, stand still, withdraw, ice. The winter of the spiritual life is upon you. You may find yourself entangled in a situation to whose implications you are, in effect, blind. You may feel powerless to do anything except submit, surrender, even sacrifice some long-cherished desire. Be patient, for this is the period of gestation that precedes a rebirth. Positive accomplishments, it's unlikely now. There is a freeze on useful activity. All your plans are on hold. You may be experiencing an accustomed drain on your energy and wonder why. It says a chill wind is reaching you over the ice floes of old, outmoded habits. Trying to hold on can result in shallowness, a feeling, a sense of being out of touch with life. Seek to discover what it is you are holding on to that perpetrates this condition and let go. Shared release, cleanse away the old. Doing so will bring on the thaw. Usually, ISA requires a sacrifice of the personal. And it says the I, at such a time, you cannot hope to rely on help or friendly support, and yet there is no reason for anxiety. Submit and be still, for what you are experiencing is not necessarily the result of your actions or habits, but rather arises from conditions about which you can do nothing. What has been full must empty. What has increased must decrease. This is the way of heaven and earth. To surrender is to display courage and wisdom, and yet there is another face to stand still. Just as winter is a time for going within, drawing ISA can announce a time of restoration and renewal at the deepest level. In your solitude, exercise caution and do not stubbornly persist in attempting to work your will. Remain mindful that the seed of the new is present in the shell of the old. The seed of unrealized potential, the seed of the good. Trust your own process and watch for signs of spring. Right? And we'll go to the next rune, which is, they look all the same, right? There we go, got it. So this rune is number 129, okay? 129. So I'm yelling out the numbers in case it resonates with you in some way. Okay, so it says disruption, elemental power, hail. So this is Hagalaz. Change, freedom, invention, and liberation are all attributes of this rune. Drawing it indicates a pressing need within the psyche to break free from constricting identification with material reality and to experience the world of archetypal mind. The rune of elemental disruption of events that seem to be totally beyond your control. Hagalaz has only an upright position, and yet it always operates through reversal. When you draw this rune, expect disruption, for it is the great awakener. Although the form of the awakening takes may vary, perhaps you will experience a gradual feeling of coming to your senses as though you are emerging from a deep sleep. Then again, the onset of the power may be such as to rip away the fabric of what you previously knew as your reality, your security, your understanding of yourself, your work, your relationships, or beliefs. Disruption takes many forms. A relationship fails, plans go awry, a source of supply dries up, but do not be dismayed. Whether you created the disruption or whether it comes from an outside source, you are not without power in the situation. It says your inner strength, the will you have funded until now in your life, provides support and guidance at a time when everything you've taken for granted is being challenged. Another of the cycle runes, the term radical discontinuity, best describes the action of Hagalaz as its most forceful. The more severe the disruption, in your life, the more significant and timely the requirements for your growth. The universe and your own soul are demanding that you do indeed grow. All right. And so you guys let me know if that information was important for you. Again, it's only double clarifying that, we all are on a spiritual journey. And the last part of the session, that's number 33, we're ending with. The last part of the session is the advice for divine feminine, how to help your divine counterpart and you merge through these new moon energies. So the first card out, we have Maya. It says number 5. 5 talks about change is the ruby star flow. I embody my authentic and sensual essence. All right. So this card is really beautiful for the first one coming out, because you have to really love yourself before you can support and love someone else. And you and your divine counterpart are one, and you see how you need to work on the root chakra. So lately I've been sleeping with a crystal by my root chakra to help support. All right. And so with the ruby star, it talks about flow. I embody my authentic and sensual essence, right? So joy, feel, twinkle. So the ruby star symbolizes the energetic vortex of the most chakra located at the base of your spine. This red portal is the stargate to realizing and grounding your deepest desires. The crystal spirit of the ruby personifies a vitality, primal hunger for passion, and a thirst, excuse me, for pleasure. This collaborative partnership embodies your sacred authenticity and sensuality. Maya encourages you to feel deeply into your senses to establish your sensual flow, power, and strength to thrive, not just survive. All right? So, this is the energy you need to be in to support and help your divine counterpart. The next card out is Electra, number 16, the morning star, radiance. I shoot for the stars. Radiance is my birthright. So this also talks about keeping your vibrations high. Okay, keeping your vibrations high. And so it says there star words: drive, persistence, triumph. Okay, it says you are destined for greatness. Electra's son, King Dardanus of Troy, reminds you that it is still early days yet. Know that your desire and inspiration will ensure the success you deserve. Radiate your vision with self-confidence. Inject your unique enthusiasm into your spirited mission. Maintain magical momentum with unwavering faith. Stay on track and trust in the divine plan. Infuse your soulful journey with courageous zest, and you will attract the resources required to help you accomplish your dreams. Triumph will be your legacy. So you guys are like really embarking on your legacy, on what it is that you're called to do. I'm so proud of you guys, but you have to keep this energy flowing. This is the advice for the divine feminine, the ruby star. Flow. I embody my authentic and sensual essence. Then you have the morning star, where you I shoot for the stars. Radiance is my birthright. High vibe, self-love, like you are very well supported by the divine. The next card is Maya. That's the theme. And then it says the universal midwife, birth. I birth fruitful and sacred assignments. So a lot of you guys within your soul contract, you can heal your soul contract. You can heal what happened in past lives. All you have to do is communicate that, right? And so with this, it talks about fertility, begin, open. So a lot of you guys are going to have your special spiritual baby with your divine counterpart. And it says, a star is born. Maya, the universal midwife, supports you in opening wide to conceive, receive, and consciously deliver your divine creation. This is the birthing phase of a cohesive consciousness born from the sacred marriage of the divine feminine and masculine. You are entering a new era in which the feminine ascends and comes into balance with the masculine. Connect to the nurturing energy of Maya as the spiral of creation weaves together in euphoric unison, and you birth a baby, bless, beginning, or mission, right? And the overall energy, astrophy, yeah. Number 32, the star daughters, dance. It says, I dance, sing, and play with my sisters at sunset. All right, so this talks about, you know, everyone coming together, the soul tribe, soul family members, we all coming together and really, you know, having meetings, having retreats, really helping raise the vibration of the planet, right? That's what our soul mission is. Yeah, so I'm trying to get you the definition of this one, okay? So this is 32. Okay, got it. So the key words here are lighthearted, soul tribe, celebration. What was I just communicating about? So it says, the star daughters are heartening you to have some playful fun, to connect and collaborate with friends that are on the same wavelength as you. Your vibe attracts your tribe. So vibe high, dear heart. Laughing, chatting, and co-creating magic together is intoxicating. Alchemy. Attuned connection amplifies and magnifies magical synergy. Cohesive devotion to unity, oneness, and equality is powerful. Collective medicine. When we come together, miracles happen. Be with people who celebrate each other's achievements and raise your sisters up high. Right? And so this is a good way to complete this video for you guys for the collective new moon energy. All right, so again, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. My information is below for my new office space. I'm accepting all donations if possible. I was so shy to even bring it up, but this is for you guys, so I might as well loop you in on what's going on. So the office space that I want to be in by I want to say next month around this time is for all of you, my clients. So whether you fly in, whether you live on the East Coast, on the West Coast, wherever you want, wherever you are, my office space is open for you to come to get your sessions, to get your readings, to have our seminars and things like that. So that information, excuse me, is below in the description box. Last night I was just like, oh my God, like where am I gonna do all this extra work from? And Spirit is like, you don't have to do it on your own. Like your channel, like your tribe, like reach out. And I was just like, oh, I mean, I'm always on my own doing everything. And some of my clients will tell you like I'll be on the move. And so sending you guys lots of love and light. I am available for sessions this week. So if you need me to come to you, if you want to come to me, if you rather do it via phone, that's totally fine. Check out the website for all of that information. And I'm sending you guys lots of love and light. Do not forget to order your crystal packs and herbs. I'm going to make myself out of berry herbs right now because, as you can tell from my voice, something is happening in there and I got to get it back on track. All right. So love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Take care.